Okay, it's been about 24 hours since I last sprayed any of the clear coat on there, and you can see the two spots that I sprayed, one down here on the flat paint and one up there on the glossy paint. And by that I mean this, of course, the paint that I did not wet sand. This is the paint that I did wet sand. So now I'm going to come in here and wet sand these two spots where I sprayed clear coat, and we'll see how they look. I'm actually going to start off with some 400 grit and do that just briefly, just to kind of knock down some of the high spots. There are some runs and stuff like that, and then I'm going to move over to some 1000 grit and finish off with that. So I'll get my water bottle, and I got this little soft block here. I don't have a hard sanding block, but that's what I use to, instead of just using my fingers, which would leave marks like that. So anyway, I'll get my water bottle and start sanding. Okay, right there, that's about 3 minutes on each spot on the top and the bottom. About 3 minutes of wet sanding with 400 grit, and you can barely see the spots. I'll try and get into a good light, but they're there. Certainly took the gloss out of it, but now we'll hit it with some 1000 grit, and then I got a buffer and some polishing compound, and we'll see what that does. Okay, pretty hard to see, but that's with that's about 5 minutes on each little spot with 1000 grit. I'm gonna try and move around here and get it in a glare or in a light that makes it easier to see the spots that I've been working on. There we go. That shows up pretty good there. And down there it's flat amongst flat. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get the polisher out and some compound and see if we can bring the gloss back to this clear coat. All right, here's the next step. Before I actually start polishing it, I'm gonna give it a quick wipe down with some acetone, and then I'll use the polisher. What I'm using is this 6-inch orbital polisher. It's a Harbor Freight polisher. Kind of sucks, this short cord. I don't know how I'm gonna like banging the extension cord up against freshly painted sheet metal, but we'll just see how that goes. And then I got this polishing compound, and this seemed to be the preferred compound that other guys who were also doing this paint job, this $50 low dollar Rustoleum paint job, this is what they were using. So anyway, I'll get the acetone and we'll go wipe it down real quick, and then start to polish it out. All right, this is about 10 minutes of polishing on each spot. I'll come in here. You can see, the reflection's pretty good. This thing is in the sunlight. Hallie, shut up. I'll come down here where it was flat, and you can see that spot. The reflection's pretty good. I also did an experiment over here where it was flat, where I did not put any clear coat on this area, but I did polish it, and didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, the gloss came back a little bit, but not like in this area right there. Let me grab something here. You can't read it, maybe because it's just not in the sun, and maybe because it's just not that polished yet. So I'm going to do another 10 minutes on this spot right here, and on the clear coat over the flat paint, and see if I can't get that to come out a little bit better. All right, here's the spot. I'll try and come back here, and you can kind of see my reflection. It's a pretty good reflection in the clear coated area, and come back a little bit and you can see the area right up in here where it's clear coated and where it's not clear coated. And so that was about another 10 minutes of polishing with the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. So, Hallie, shut up. What I'm thinking is, because I only used 1000 grit, and then I went to the polishing compound. So now what I'm thinking is maybe instead of stopping at 1,000, go to 1,500 or even 2,000 grit, and then put the polishing compound, the rubbing compound on the panel, and that might make a real good gloss, a real good mirror finish. But I like it. I don't think I'm going to mess with it anymore. That's, like I said, that's what I think needs to be done, is to do 1,000 grit, 1,500, and even 2,000, or even go to 25 or 3,000 grit wet sanded. But I'm kind of done messing with this, and this seems to be the way to do it. And so I might actually get some paint on an actual panel, a door to be exact, that's going to go on the truck. So we'll see. I might fiddle with this old hood here a little bit more and do a few more experiments and see where that gets me. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it, considering the cost. Having this professionally painted is definitely out of my budget. And I'm kind of interested in doing it myself. I'm kind of one of those guys that I would rather buy a tool and, you know, learn how to do it myself than to have somebody do it for me. So like I said, I might play with this a little bit more, but I'm pretty happy with it the way it is. And if I do anything else, then I'll make some more videos. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And thanks for watching.